In an IPO, the investment banks decide the price, but the market decides the truth. Let's dive into the top 10 biggest IPO fails and what we can learn from them now. Welcome to Wall Street Wednesday. We're going to start with the globe.com, number 10. This one's cool because it's a user-centric social networking platform that IPO'd in 1998. Have you heard of a social networking platform? Twitter, now it's X, TikTok. Well, the bull case was great for this, you know? E-commerce, digital advertising, making money, free access. It's great. But there's a problem with this. And it comes from the fact it was in 1998. Let's watch this video.
Because these two rule the globe. The globe.com, that is. You've heard of internet stocks going for 2 or 3 times their initial offering price? Well, the Globe made stock market history on November 13th when it skyrocketed 900% on its first day of trading.
David, I thought this was biggest fails. Why are we looking at a company that went up 900%? What's that about? Just keep watching.
Boosting its 2 founders' personal wealth to about $30 million apiece.
It's going to be a good weekend.
Oh, this is going to be a great weekend.
And as a commercial vehicle, it is a completely untested product. None of these companies make any money, and it's very unproven that they ever will.
Even though they had a phenomenal IPO, $9 per share, end of the first day, $64 per share, right? Even after that, going up 90% when the S&P only returned 10. What happened if you give a longer year horizon? Ooh, down 98%. Honestly, even in just 3 years, they're down 98%. So why is that the case? Why, instead of my bull, do I have my little bear here? David, your bear looks too fun. Okay, yeah, that's fair. It is a little bit of a nice bear. Anyway, how much did they lose? They lost $836 million. Why? What happened? Well, here's a quote from one of the CEOs. He got the girl, he got the money. Now I'm ready to live a disgusting, frivolous life. So he just married a model. He became known as the CEO in plastic pants. And that grind set he was just talking about, he kind of abandoned that shit. Because honestly, he was chilling. He was a millionaire. He's like, I'm done. So even though they had all the pieces in place, there was way too much hype. They relied on advertising marketing, but it wasn't developed yet. The leadership messed up and the dot-com bubble burst. So the dot-com bubble hit at about here, and then everything went down because everyone was speculating on how it's going to be the next big thing, but just profitability was not there yet. Lucky execution. Now we kind of see the same thing with AI companies today, where you have all these AI companies investing so much money into something they know will be profitable, but they're not exactly sure where the money comes from. Is it with like offering to businesses to replace workers, right? So you can hire less employees, or is it like assisting your workers? So like it's a tool for the workers. We don't really know yet what AI is going to do, but we know it's going to be good. So we're just pouring money into it. So we're going to probably see something similar like this, but in a slower fashion. Okay, next we have pets.com. Oh yeah, sold pet supplies to retail customers. Well, they IPO'd at $11 per share. Honestly, not bad. Only 8 months. What do you think their share price was? 22? Someone said. Not 22. It did not double. It actually was 22. 22 cents. When they declared bankruptcy. What happened? Well, in 1999, their revenue, $619K. Their advertising spend, $11.8 million. That's not good. Let's watch one of their ads. They spent so much on advertising. Let's see what 11.8 million managed to do for them.
Please don't go. Ooh, girl, I just want you to stay.
All right, so that was crazy. $11.8 million spent on advertising. What was the problem with this? Well, their sales, $9.4 million. Their cost of goods, $9.6. And MSNBC's headline on them, pets can't shop. So essentially, these online retailers, they had a good idea, but there was another king in town.
Who are you?
I'm Jeff Bezos.
And what is your claim to fame?
I'm the founder of Amazon.com.
I be tripping if a motherfucker run up on me.
They relied too much on advertising and they overhyped their expectations of sales, especially when you have a competitor like Amazon entering the scene, right? Plus the .com bubble burst also affected them. Anything like pets.com, theglobe.com, they're going down. Okay, next, Vonage, voice over internet. IPO'd May of 2006. So we're out of the .com bubble. We made it. All right, voice over internet, you've heard about it. Zoom, right? If you work, or if you're a gamer, Discord. Back in the good old days, Skype, you know, you FaceTime your friends. It's good. IPO, $17 per share was their pricing. End of first day, $14.85. Uh-oh, down 13%. End of the list last week, down 30%. That's not good. How did that happen? But they also got sued over the IPO. Why did they get sued? They weren't notified of the offering price or given a chance to confirm their purchase? There's a lot of tech issues, and Vonage was forced to pay $100 million in consumer refunds due to junk fees that happened. What are junk fees? Like, let's say I'm buying this apartment and moving in. There's a moving in fee that I didn't hear. Those are junk fees. But don't worry, someone saved us from junk fees. Joe Biden, President Biden, he told us, I know hidden junk fees, like a processing fee on concert tickets, are a pain. They're unfair, deceptive, and add up. That's why last week I called on my administration to crack down on these fees and put money back in your pocket. Oh, yeah.
We do not scare easily. We never bow. We never bend. We never break. We
Joe.
endure. We overcome. We are America, second to none. And we own the finish line.
Oh, my. That's how he felt when he tweeted that. The goat. Show what he's like now.
Rated international meetings if you don't know what you want at the meeting.
Okay, that's enough. All right. All right, back to the Anyway, Wall Street messed up 30%. If that changes in a day, that means it should have been 30%. So all these scandals and everything that it wasn't really priced in, they didn't do a good job. So that's why this one's on the list. Okay, IPO'd $8 per share. 6 months later, half gone. Bam. So this isn't terrible because 6 months means, you know, they could have done a worse job. We have Omeros, developing and commercializing innovative drugs for current medical needs. IPO'd 2009. So this is right after the financial crisis. So people were hungry for growth. This DCF, they're projecting out their future cash flows for like 2013. And they're like, it is going to the moon. The appetite for growth was huge. That's why this one's on here. But the appetite for growth after the financial crisis, I mean, just because you want growth doesn't mean it's going to happen. So this company is just an example of that, of the time. Next, we have Etsy. So this is a two-sided marketplace connecting independent sellers with buyers. Sound familiar? Again, our overlords Amazon. So it IPO'd at $16 per share. 1 day later, $31 per share. How did that happen? So they were off by nearly 100%. 6 months later, what's happening? It's down 70%. So how did they go up? What's happening here? Why is it going up 100 in a day, and then 6 months later, it's down 70? Back to our overlord Amazon. Jeff Bezos. They said, this is a really good business model. And then eventually, Amazon just got priced in. They're that good. They just can't beat them. So down from 3 billion market cap to 1 billion. They lost $2 billion just because of competition. All right, next we have Uber, IPO'd in 2019, car services, everyone knows them. $45 per share, 82 billion market cap. 1 day later, $41 per share. So it was mispriced by about $4 or maybe about 10%. And they lost $7 billion in market cap in a day. Lyft also, it went down 23% on its IPO. So they were more careful with this one. And we're only seeing about a 10% decrease. Next, we have Smile, IPO'd at $23 per share. Essentially, it just ships invisible aligners directly to customers and dental professionals. So another one in 2019. What happened with this? Started day trading, $20 per share. You know, end of day trading, 16.7. We're focused on long-term shareholder value, though, they said. Next 12 to 24 and 36 months and beyond. So, okay, let's see if they told the truth. They were focused on the next 3 years. This was in 2019. What happened in the next 3 years by, like, 2023? Oh, well, they went bankrupt. Okay, next we got Casper at number 2. So they make comfortable mattresses, right? It's nice. 2009, $14.50 per share. The reason this one is interesting and it's number 2 on the biggest fails is because of private valuation. So they had a private valuation of 1.1 billion. When they hit the market, they were instantly valued at 575 million. So they lost half of their value just from going public. Why is that the case? Well, they have all these seeding rounds where they're having private investors investing in their company, right? They have roadshows where people are buying into the equity issuances, and they're looking at $19 to $17 for people investing. But when the public market hates it, it's not as kind. People are valuing it at about 12, 13. So they went public at $14.50. What was the problem here? Well, when they were in their prior financing rounds, a lot of what mattered was growth. And now when they're going public, people are saying, hey, what about profits? Because private investors, they did not care, right? They just didn't care. So they were being traded on November 15th, 2021, just 2 years later at $3.55 a share, down from $14.50. They were bought at an 100% premium, so they were bought at $6.90 per share. Okay, what's our number one? Does anyone in chat know? The green is a hint. You guys probably use this. That's why it's relevant, and that's why this one's cool. Okay, this one's cool, I promise. Robinhood. Did they have a failed IPO? What happened? Well, they IPO'd at $38 per share in 2021 as well. That's not good, right? What about a year later, though? What happened then? Oh, down 75%. Down $24 billion in a year. Now down to $7 a share. What happened? Why was the IPO so messed up? What went wrong? What did they not see? Well, monthly active users were going up when they priced their IPO. What? Average revenue per user, going up. Uh-oh. COVID got everyone on their apps. Everyone was on their phone. Now we have stimulus checks coming, right? So everyone's just getting money in stimulus checks. And there's a fear of missing out on the market. People are putting these stops. You might have heard of them. One of them is GME. People want in. So things were going up, but now they're going down. Why are they going down? What happened? First, we have users.
So I bought Robinhood stock at $32 a share.
Okay.
And it dropped as low as $7, and I doubled down, and I bought more.
Oh.
The reason it went down was because I told Jack that...
Do not tell Jack. Okay, that's that one. No, the real reason it went down is because... What is this countdown? Who are we about to hear from?
Wasn't even like paying attention to the...
I can't listen to him for too long. Anyway, Roaring Kitty led a group of a bunch of retail investors, all of these users that are on the app, to invest in GME. And... they kind of got screwed. So the users got screwed. Robinhood restricts trading in GameStop. Others named involved in Frenzy. In some cases, investors only be able to sell their positions and not open new ones. These made people really mad. The bad PR from how they handled the meme stocks killed them. Removing the buy button was illegal and they should go under for it. Everyone was leaving the app. Monthly active users, 7.3, 2023, 10.9. That's not even the price chart we had. It just shows people are losing faith. But how does Robinhood make money? They're losing users, but are they still profitable? These are not free to use apps. I feel like a lot of people in chat might not even know how Robinhood makes money, but it's for no commission trading, right? That's what they advertise, but that's really not what it is. Essentially, you buy a share of a stock for $25 on Robinhood. Well, they're going to go and buy a share of the stock for $29.9966. So they're going to profit $0.0034 off every trade you make. And you have millions of users doing this. It's actually quite profitable. Regulation. This is the payment for order flow. That's what I just had on the last time. Well, they think it's benefit, but regulators were talking about banning it. That'd be a huge risk. So the bear case, controversial revenue streams, declining user growth, declining transaction revenue, and regulatory risk. But this isn't the full story. And the reason I have this one on most failed IPOs is because even though it decreased 75%, the IPO doesn't matter as much as you think. Look at their year stock price charts today, up 350%. How did they turn that around? Now we're at the bull case. Well, they diversified their revenue streams, they expanded their product offerings, they increased transaction revenue, and they passed their regulatory hurdles. They did everything. First, they won the case. It was okay for them to halt the stock. Their revenues back in 2021, declining transaction revenue, now it's increasing. Transaction-based revenues way up. Because more people are trading because the stock market's going up. Turns out if you have a good market, people want to trade. Additionally, they were losing customers. Now they have more customers, more gold subscribers than ever. Why do they have that? Well, it's because of net deposits. You might not know this, but Robinhood makes a good share of their profits just from interest now. So you have people just depositing their money into Robinhood. Back then, 72% of their money was from transactions. Now it's only 43% is from interest from these gold customer deposits. You can just deposit money on Robinhood, net interest revenues. And additionally, Morgan Stanley lists Robinhood a stock on Financial Finest. That was like a week ago. Even if it has a bearish start or a bullish start, the company can do whatever they can to change the story and become a winner in the economy. And I think that's what makes it cool. The age of the IPO, it was the biggest in 2021. It has fallen down since then, but it could be on the come up. The future, we're going to see a bunch of these AI companies that are right now privately held become public eventually. And it'll be really cool to see when they face the scrutiny of a public market, how it compares to that of a private market, right? Because as we saw earlier, a growth valuation is not the same as a profitable valuation. Because at the end of the day, it does matter if they make money. The worst IPO upcoming. What is my prediction? Honestly, anything that DaveDawg works at his job. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it'll be fun to eventually do this myself. And maybe I'll make a video of that in 10 years when it's no longer private information. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Wall Street Wednesday. Join the Discord. Watch me live on Twitch. Do these. It's fun to do it with chat. I need more people in chat, though, so I can add it on the side. But thank you guys for watching, and give me advice for what you want to see next. See you guys in the next one. Bye.